Hey friends, it's Tina here. So trying to film this video and trying to control it with my iPhone. So let's see how this goes. Last fall, I became a StoryBrand Certified guide. And I have to admit that prior to that, I had no idea what telling a brand story meant or what clarifying your message could really do for your marketing. But it's been an eye-opener and a game changer for me and the clients that I've been working with. And so today we're going to talk about what is a brand story and what does that mean for your business. So Donna Miller says that as a brand, it's important to define something that your customer wants, because as soon as we define something that your customer wants, you post a story question in the mind of your customer, which is, can this brand really help me get what I want? And I'll say it again, because your customers are asking, can you help me get what I want? So for you as a business owner, it is important that you're able to quickly and clearly communicate how you do help your customers with this, because the answer to that question is, in essence, your brand story. So if you feel like you don't quite have this figured out, or if your marketing isn't communicating it clearly, there is a chance that your business might be missing out. All right, before we dive in, my name is Tina Doshi. I'm the founder of Kvara Media, where we help businesses grow online, specifically with digital marketing for more leads and sales. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the rundown on what brand storytelling is and what that can do for your business. But before we do that, quick question for you. Do you already have a clear brand story for your company? I would love to know. So just leave me a quick yes in the comments below, or if you do, or no if you don't. Because with a lot of clients that we work with at Kvara Media, to be honest with you, for so many of them, the brand story is a step that they haven't spent as much time on. And you never really want clarifying your message to be an oversight, especially when you're trying to grow your business online. It is the first piece that you really want to tackle. So if you are in for this topic, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below and the bell so you won't miss out on any of my future trainings on how to grow your business online. All right, let's get into it. If you were watching this video, you were likely asking yourself, what is a brand story, especially as it relates to marketing and to your business? And if so, you are in the right place. So let's start at this at a really high level, all right? Let's just talk about what is story, right? I mean, you know what story is, I know what story is, but the dictionary definition of story will tell you that it's got a lot of different elements, right? You've got the main character, you've got the plot, the background, the environment, all that fun stuff. But in a more general, down to its core sense, I would argue that story really has two fundamental elements, especially ones that we want to focus on when it comes to your brand. You've got the hero, also known as the main character, and the hero's journey. We stay in tune with the story because the hero's journey is a struggle, right? They're trying to get from point A to point B. And like every good story, we know that there are twists and turns and curves along the way. The main character has a problem getting what he or she wants. And the question is, are they actually going to get what they want? And that question is what keeps us hooked and engaged in that story. All right, so we all know what story is, but why are they so powerful? So I've got one more Donna Miller quote for you, which is, the human brain spends 30% of its time daydreaming unless it's listening to a story. Stories have the power to captivate the brain and grab attention. So now that we've got all that established, we know what stories are, we know why they are powerful, but how are stories and business really related? So in other words, why does this matter for your business? And the short answer is, when you have a brand story, you're better able to explain what you do and how it helps people and why it's important in a way that your customers are going to be able to understand and be able to relate. And the key is that your role in a story is that your company must position yourself as that ever so helpful guide that your customer, the hero, really needs along the way, that they really need in their journey. All right. So to help kind of paint the picture of this a little bit better, let me just give you an example, right? I'll go ahead and share with you the Kvara Media brand story, but the abbreviated high-level version, so it takes like less than a minute. So here we go. As business is becoming more and more virtual, having an online presence isn't simply enough. There is already way too much noise and way too much coming at all of us that it makes it feel impossible for businesses to reach their ideal customers. So what happens? Marketing becomes really haphazard. We try one thing one week, we try something else the next. But the thing is, marketing doesn't have to be that hard. When you have a strategy that understands your business and your story, you're actually able to connect with more customers with ease. All right, so that's a real high-level summary of what our brand story is, right? You've got the customer who is a business that wants to grow online, but the problem is that as businesses becoming more and more virtual, it's just becoming harder and harder and more confusing for them to be able to reach the ideal customers that they want. So we as the guide tap into the power of story so that way their marketing actually connects and resonates with more of their ideal customers. All right, so as this relates to you, when it comes to brand story, your customer is the hero in your story, and your brand message is how you help your customer. So by framing your message as a story with your intended market as the main character, you are making them the center of your efforts, right? Like essentially you are making it all about them in the best way possible. When they see themselves as the hero and you as the support, they eventually realize that your purpose is to simply help them reach their destination. So in essence, you are the Dumbledore to their Harry Potter, the Yoda to their Luke Skywalker. They're the hero for sure, but they need you, specifically your brand, your products, your services to make it through. When your business is the supporting character, your customers will see you as a necessity, as their guide along the way. So in this framework, they become more compelled to trust you. And we know that when trust grows in a brand, that is what's going to grow your business long term. That's what's going to lead to more leads and sales for your business. I mean, all in all, any brand can really benefit from a good story, right? A lot of people will ask, so what exactly is StoryBrand? Because as I mentioned, we became the StoryBrand Certified Guide. And so the StoryBrand framework, more specifically the StoryBrand brand script, is a filter that we use to help define your brand story. I mean, think about it. At the end of the day, people don't buy just products and services. They buy what it can do for them, right? So your brand story is answering that question of what can you do for me? All right, so that's it. I hope this was helpful. If you like this video and if you want more trainings on how you can cut through the noise online so your business can get seen, I invite you to sign up for one of our upcoming webinar trainings. There is a link in the description below and we'll notify you of our next upcoming webinar so you can get more leads and sales for your business. All right, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit the subscribe, the like button below. Please share it with friends, and I will see you next time.